In today's video and article, we're talking about how to charge your clients in terms of pricing structures, the pros and cons of the most popular pay structures, and basically just why we're going over this, because again, we're talking about how to scale your agency, and pricing is really one of the biggest levers that you have in terms of selling to clients, in terms of turning a profit and staying profitable as an agency. And it's particularly relevant to agencies in a way that it is relevant in a different way to other business models, because number one, agencies are a service business, and it can be very easy to set up an incorrect structure where you are not profitable. Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Matt Ackerson. I'm the founder and CEO of AutoGrow.co. We started off as an agency in 2010. Today, we are very privileged to have agencies as our primary base of clients at AutoGrow.co, where we give software, and it's like project management, but with proven pros already inside. So we help agencies to scale because they can delegate right through our software. And we are ourselves a multi-seven-figure business at this point. And in the past, we were a successful agency as well. So let's get into it. Co-writing this article with Landon, who's one of the amazing copywriters on staff that our clients get to work with. We have a full team of copywriters, designers, developers, and 15 skill sets in total. Anyway, let's get into the first question for today's article, which is, what are the most popular pay structures agencies use to charge their clients? Well, the obvious answers are subscription models, flat fees, commission-based, project-based, or task-based, pretty much the same thing there. And retainer-based pricing, which again is also, you could probably put that under the category of project-based. So subscription model is great in terms of recurring revenue. One of the biggest problems or challenges that you have to overcome as an agency in order to grow and scale is you just got to know, like, how are you going to get out of that feast or famine cycle? Because that's one of the most disagreeable points of the business model. Every business model is different. No business model or business is ever perfect. But if you are charging a flat fee or per project or task-based, there can often be, in terms of trying to grow, stress for many agency owners, not knowing where their next client, where their next sale is actually going to come from. The benefit of a subscription model is that it gives you recurring revenue, so that even if clients only stay for a period of time, and that's with any subscription business, that's where the concept of lifetime value has become popularized from, in part. The benefit is that you have some level of predictability so that you can see the trend either going up, flat, or going down, and this allows you to change, to adapt, to plan, to improve your offering, to improve your service, to pivot, whatever you want to do in terms of growing and improving your business. This was actually the structure that worked for us incredibly well and allowed us to scale up when we were an agency. We became a productized service. We actually focused in on just doing one thing really well. We didn't niche down in terms of market. We could have done that. I think that would have actually led to even more growth, but we did very well just by niching down and having 3 different packages. I remember 2015 was when we first launched, and we didn't even know what we were selling. I just said, let's get this out there. Let's do it right now. We launched like several days before Christmas, and I was doing webinars like a day or two before New Year's Eve, and we were just selling, and just kind of figuring it out as we go, just in terms of like what the market actually wanted. And it was a very busy time, but I think that it worked out well because, in part, I just listened to the market. I sent emails, I talked to people, I said, what do you want? And we started at a $99 price point, and we just kind of then increased it from there. The first day that I put up the landing page for it, we made it our first sale in a matter of hours, and I was just like, wow, okay. Obviously there's alignment between what the market wants and the traffic that's coming to our website and this test landing page that we just put up there. So let's double down on this and see where it goes. And we did, and we kept raising our prices, to where we were charging out with packages of thousands of dollars per month based on, the value that we were giving and the problem that was solved. And our niche at that time was sales funnels. We were a done-for-you sales funnel service, and a lot of our traffic was coming to articles that were about that topic, so it aligned pretty well. Maybe that's how you found this video and our newsletter. Who knows? But that's just what worked for us. You can make the flat fee project-based model work just fine. I've seen a lot of businesses do it. It's really about like asking yourself, like, well, what works for you? Do you want the big payout? Do you want to just maybe focus and take on less clients? Maybe you charge more, so then it's easier. So you're getting those bigger payouts up front, and you have more time to just really focus, or your time has time to really focus and deliver a very high quality service and deliverables to your end clients. Many agencies do it that way and are very successful. Now, another thing though, related to this pricing structure that I wanted to mention in terms of project-based or task-based, before we productized, on the road to productization, something that really helped us to start the scaling process was this idea of selling project roadmaps. So this was a fixed fee and a set deliverable. It was in a way its own little productized service. I like to call it a service slice, which is similar to the concept of a tripwire, if you're familiar with what a tripwire is in digital marketing. A tripwire is where you just pay a small amount and you deliver some value, some order of magnitude more than the money that was initially spent for that smaller purchase. And the whole idea or premise of it is that for a small amount of money, the perceived risk is low and the decision is a lot easier for potential clients or customers, in terms of selling info products. That's where Tripwire comes from. And therefore, if you deliver, much more value than what they paid for, the probability that they're going to spend more is that much higher as a result. So that's why it works. And it worked really well for us. We were charging, before we switched to full productized service model, we were charging $500 per project roadmap. And then we made it even easier sale because we said, look, number one, if you're not happy with it for any reason, you can ask for a refund, and we'll give you a refund if you feel like you didn't get the value out of it that you paid for. We never had anyone ask for a refund, and we made sure to deliver the value that we promised. And basically what it was a proposal, and a lot of agencies do proposals for free. But I think if you really want to deliver a quality proposal, you should charge for it. And because your time is valuable and what you are putting into that proposal is supposedly very valuable, so you should charge for it. You should charge for what is valuable. But again, it just builds the relationship, and you're able to present it to them, and then it's a much easier upsell. You already have the billing information. You can just say to the client, hey, all right, so you seem to agree that this looks like a great possible plan. You ready to move to next steps? Yeah, all right, charge my card, and you'll credit me the $500 for the roadmap? Yep, no problem. And then you bill them right there. So again, it really helps to smooth out the sales process in my experience, and can help you put you on the road to full productization if that's where you want to go. Retainer based it's similar. I think the value though of a retainer is more nebulous. It's like, hey, agencies will do, it's kind of similar to the law firm model. Okay, you're going to pay me $10,000 and you're going to get X number of hours, and you just kind of draw it down as you do it. It depends on your market and who you're going after. I think retainers are more appealing to certain types of businesses, and I do question though the hourly thing, especially in the age of AI, which we are in. Charge, I think there is increasing pressure, I would say, just because of the nebulous amount of value, especially from the client's point of view, where you might be charging for hourly and drawing it down from the retainer. Commission-based, to close it out, is potentially extremely appealing to clients, but you have to, it aligns incentives really well, so clients are very attracted to it. But I think it's really important not to just, you need to ask for something in return. You can't just say, okay, well, you're going to pay me $500, per conversion that we get for you or something like this, or per lead or per sale, whatever. And they say, okay, great, go and do it. But again, you're risking your time. You need to make sure that they're serious and they're invested too. So the way that you would want to structure that is, number one, make sure that your offer is strong and right, and that you know that you can deliver on it, and you know that it works for this type of client that you are going after. The other thing thing is you want to ask for some sort of a deposit. This is something that Alex Hormozi, I think, does a great job of going into more detail in his book, $100 Million Offers. Smart guy, and I definitely encourage you to check out his stuff if you are interested. But the whole concept is that if they are to give you some sort of a deposit, you can say it's refundable. So again, you keep it extremely low risk. They'll say yes. If they are serious, they'll say, yeah, here's $10,000 and I can get this back. If you don't deliver, yes. There's still no risk for them, but it just helps them to be invested. And they, and even if they say, well, 10,000, man, that's too much. Say, okay, well, what works for you? Well, okay, let's do 5. So those are the most popular pay structures and some tips to go along with it. Second, what pay structure worked the best for you with AutoGrow when AutoGrow was an agency? As I mentioned, the productization monthly subscription model worked extremely well to help us to scale. Number 3, how should an agency determine what pay structure works best for them? I think it really is based on the individual. I know a lot of people find the commission-based, or i.e. performance-based, can really kind of be like jet fuel. If you have a strong offer that is well differentiated and defensible, and you're in the right market and you know that you can scale it up, that can be extremely lucrative if the numbers and everything is aligned and makes sense. But then you really own pretty much all the risk. So you have to know your stuff. You have to be on top of your game there. Subscription model is really great because it gives you that predictability, as discussed. I think that increasingly, for years now, I think agencies have been moving more towards having some sort of reoccurring service baked in. A lot of agencies will offer SEO and they'll charge a flat fee on the back end and build the website in step 1, and then SEO and traffic on an ongoing basis. You can organize it however best you think. It's really your decision and what works best for you and for your goals. So this is one of those questions where you should sit down, be strategic about it, get a journal, get a notebook, just get a piece of paper and a pen, and just start writing or just talk out loud to yourself, because this is the process of where you need reflection. And if you have a business partner, you can do it that way as well. But really just writing it down too, and kind of going over the pros and cons and asking yourself long term, what is most important to you? I think it's really a personal decision, because any of these business models can work. Although I think the retainer is on its way out, in my opinion, because the value is nebulous. Number 4, what factors affect the type of pay structure you choose? For example, your niche or the services you offer. So I think the answer, I kind of answered this already. It depends on, how do you deliver the value? Is it something continuous? And how is your offer structured? So for AutoGrow, for instance, our offer, a big part of the value of our offer is that it's like project management software, but you log in as an agency and you can delegate whatever you want, and you just pay a flat monthly fee. You never have to hire anyone ever again, and you get 15 skill sets, proven pros that you're delegating to, and we have fast turnaround times, and you get unlimited revisions. So it's all there, it's all in one place, and we help agencies to grow for that reason. And if you want to get more work done, well, then the monthly fee would be higher because the value is higher. So in our case, the monthly subscription model works because the value is delivered continuously on a day-to-day and week-to-week and month-to-month basis. Versus if it's a one-and-done project, you can't really charge monthly for that unless there's some sort of maintenance value that you're giving on an ongoing basis after the fact. For instance, one of our earliest reoccurring subscription model offers on the back end would be, we would actually do hosting, years ago when we were an agency, and it wasn't a lot of money, but it was profitable. And we would do, then we did a little bit of some maintenance packages we experimented with, and some consulting packages as well. Yeah, again, it's really about, what works for you and what value do you want to be delivering, what problems do you want to be solving, what is your offer exactly, and how is that value delivered. Finally, are there any common mistakes agencies make with their pay structures? Well, number 1, I think not charging for what is valuable. when it comes to proposals, you should be charging for your proposals, and you should repackage it as a project roadmap and just make it very clear how there's no risk. As I mentioned, you can de-risk it by saying you can get a full refund if for some reason you feel like you didn't get the value promised within 14 days. You can use it as a credit towards the full project, and just spell it out very clearly, like here's the value that you're going to get. So again, the mistake is just doing proposals for free, because if it's a quality, real proposal, you should charge for it, and the client should be at least invested, even if you're giving that money back guarantee there as well. Let's see, any other common mistakes agencies make with their pay structures? I think you're kind of being all over the place and trying to do a lot of things. I think that's more of a strategic business model type of decision, but it just gets complicated and you kind of tend to get nowhere, and then you can feel paralyzed. I've seen this happen where your pay structure is like, oh no, if we go in one direction, we're gonna have to say no to these other things, and we're making profit over here and over here and over here, so you feel paralyzed, and you don't want that. You want to be focused. You want to be thinking about your agency as a product in and of itself, okay? Because ultimately, as the owner, as the president, as the founder, true enduring value is an organization that can operate and scale and grow without your constant attention, so that you can actually take some time off and you can actually get some of the benefits that you dreamed about when you first got into business in the first place. So to conclude, to help you actually realize some of those wonderful benefits that we all dreamed about when we got into business, I want to remind you to go check out AutoGrow.co. You can delegate unlimited creative tasks and projects to us. You never have to hire, and this is to allow you to scale as fast as you can sell. Because the biggest bottleneck for agencies, and for many companies, although our focus is on helping agencies, we do have a number of clients who are not agencies, and the vast majority are agencies though, because agencies need to deliver on an ongoing basis for their clients, and you need that creative capacity, because otherwise you can bottleneck. Your capacity is your bottleneck. You have to turn clients away. You're turning money and profit away, and that's bad. You can go through this feast or famine cycle, but if things are stable and your creative capacity is stable, and you can just kind of say, okay, here's the project AutoGrow that my client wants to do, gets into the pipeline, we get it done for you, you get unlimited revisions, and it's a flat monthly fee, and you can grow as fast as you can sell. So if you want to get to your first or next $1 million as an agency, I encourage you to go sign up at AutoGrow.co. You can book your call, you can watch a demo, and if you like this video, if you want more great tips like this, be sure to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can also subscribe to our newsletter on our blog. So thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Keep auto growing and stay focused. I'll talk to you soon.